was saying. So I use it a bit differently. I will take the document, like you can go online and find maybe a document on the research or a report. Say you take a report from Alcan Business Center and you say, with this report, put the report in as a PDF, upload it into as part of your prompting inputs, and then ask it to help you figure out what you can do with that report in line with the business you're making, or you're starting, or progress you're trying to establish. But as a thinking partner, it shouldn't be your thinking lead. It should be your co-pilot, your assistant, which means you should also do the thinking first before you go to it. Because if you feed it random information, or if you feed it even any information, but you don't know what you want to get out of it, then it will give you whatever it gives you and won't know if this is actually viable or not. Because it sounds fancy and long, complicated, and very smart. You'll take it all of it as it is. I don't know, I remember when you're in high school, there was a case where someone was copying from a test. And the teacher comes back and says, I know these two are copying from each other. And we're also curious, how can you tell these two are copying? Because this person copied everything, including the name of the person's answer script. They copied the name and the ID number. And that was a funny case, but they got punished. So I'm bringing this up because when you're copying something from some source, you want to then also apply your own ideas to it. You don't want to copy someone's name and say, I'm also Zito as well. You actually have to remember that you're not Zito, but you can take Zito's ideas, you can borrow them from him. So the problem with this age we're in now is Grok, ChatGPT, Gemini will give you information as is, and then it will disclaim there that you should be careful when you take this information. Put your own ideas and thinking into it. So you must go through it and also understand what you're doing with it. That's my only reservation to how we use these things. It requires you to be ahead and just use it as a boost, not as the entirety of your application or your business case. But yeah, ultimately I think we'll be left behind, and this is the reality. People say AI will take people's jobs. The truth is, people using AI will take jobs of those who don't use AI. Because now it's the person who can move faster and further and longer using AI, and you are still doing it manually the old way. And that goes with data as well. The data you're collecting in a spreadsheet, that's what you use for the prompting and these tools. Make that spreadsheet, download it, insert it into the prompt, and then ask it, please give me insights. An example I can maybe close with is, if you have a social media page for your brand, you can download the analytics into a spreadsheet. And then take those stats, give it into ChatGPT or Grok or whatever you use, and then ask it something in line with what you want to achieve. You can even ask it, please give me some metrics I can use for my business that does hair service delivery or hair care. But use these metrics for my Facebook, my Twitter, and my Instagram, my LinkedIn. It will understand the context of each of the platforms you are referring to. It knows Facebook, and it knows what kind of marketing Facebook will require. It knows Instagram, it knows what kind of audience goes to Instagram. It knows LinkedIn, it knows what kind of engagement LinkedIn requires. And then if you add what business you're working on and the problem you have, as part of the prompt, prompting isn't Google searching. Searching, you put one small phrase and you get a response. Prompting requires to be as detailed as possible because it can go through the details and the information and give you something smarter that you take with you. So this is the age we're in, and I think we may need to have a session as well, just prompting and using AI properly for this journey that we're all on. But otherwise, I think I look forward to the next session. I'm available for conversation afterwards, but thank you for this time as well.